Hello everyone once again. If you noticed, I'm out of breath. It's because I just got done with my daily workouts. I do a bit each day before and after work when I wake up. Good to keep in shape. Anyway, along this line, I know nothing about the Monsterbots, so I'm not even sure what to say here, other than I thought the Decepticons already had a group for this. Well, then again, it's probably for the Autobots, considering it's like we have the Insecticons. We have what other subgroups are within the Decepticons. I know of the Insecticons because I played the video games, but yeah. I don't think they're in any other thing. Well, besides the first series, from what I know. But on that note, I'm not sure what else to say besides that we should get started on the video. But I'm recently been you know what, I'll splice it in later, but if you guys are still watching this part, I've been watching, over on the Patreon, Beast Wars and the original G1. So if you really want to help me, consider heading over to Patreon with the lowest patron being $1, because that's as much... Well, $5's as much as I'm willing to pay on Patreon, but... Yeah, you guys do your thing. You get access to everything for $1. Anyway, besides I'm a little out of breath, let's begin this. One of them looks like a stag beetle.
Welcome to another episode of Transformers The Basics. For this Halloween special, we explored the history of the most gruesome, most hideous, the most monstrous Autobots of them all, the Monsterbots.
Monsterbots.
The Monsterbots were a trio of savage Autobots released in 1987. Each figure transformed into a bizarre creature, and all three could shoot sparks in simulation of fire breath.
Oh,
according to the
interesting little
commercial for
gimmick.
the toys, their monstrous forms were the result of some kind of accident during their creation.
Oh.
Rodimus, quick! There's been an accident. The new Autobots are Monsterbots. They're monsters, all right.
Oh.
Monsterbots, attack!
This is a trailer for him.
Those monsters are on our side.
Or an ad, I should say.
The
I don't know
Monsterbots-
why. I don't know why I said it, but him doing this voice. Where the heck did this voice come from? And why is it always attributed to vampires and Dracula? I have actually no idea. But I'm interested to know. If any of you want to tell me down below.
Were a group of misfits, generally unpopular with their fellow Autobots, and
Ah.
were made up of Repugnus,
What?
a foul-mouthed,
That's his
insubordinate,
name?
antisocial insectoid monster who was
Oh.
repeatedly kicked out of the Autobots for his nasty attitude, only to be asked back because he was the only one who would take on dangerous, dirty counterintelligence missions behind enemy lines.
Oh.
Grotesque, a goofy, carefree, yet
What is
brilliant
he?
military strategist who considered everything in life to be a joke, and who disliked his own ugly alternate mode, a sort of bipedal,
Is he a
winged,
gargoyle?
saber-toothed tiger gargoyle.
Yeah, that's
And
what I thought.
Double Cross, an untrustworthy supply procurer with a split personality, who turned into a two-headed dragon.
Cool.
The dragon's two heads embodied his two personalities, and constantly disagreed with each other.
I hope they have
The
modern
Monsterbots
toys.
weren't featured in a lot of media during the 1980s. They appeared briefly in the Marvel comic book as part of a crew of Autobots led by Fortress Maximus, who left Cybertron for the planet Nebulos in an effort to escape the war. When the Decepticons followed them to their new home, Grotesque led the Monsterbots in defending Nebulos's Mercury Gardens against an attack.
Cool.
The team also showed up in the obscure and short-lived Transformers in 3D by Blackthorn Publishing, in which they battled the deadly alien mechanoids, the Destructons.
Structons.
The Monsterbots didn't make it into the original Transformers animated series, but they were
Oh.
featured in the Japanese original sequel cartoon, Transformers The Headmasters.
Ah, yes. We need to
This
watch more of
series
this.
included a crossover episode with the tie-in toy line
What?
Beastformers, or as it was known in Hasbro markets, Battle Beasts.
I saw a little
which
bit of
saw
this.
the Monsterbots help liberate the Beastformers' homeworld, Planet Beast, from the Decepticons.
Planet Beast.
At the episode's end, the trio were stationed on Beast to help defend it against further threats, but they would make some brief appearances among the Autobots.
They're all
again
shooting
later
fire,
in the series,
just like the
with
Dinobots.
Doublecross enjoying a few memorably silly scenes of his heads arguing with one another. For almost
bad.
30 years after that, there wasn't much to tell about the Monsterbots. They made only small, scattered appearances here and there. For example, in stories from the official Transformers Collectors Club and the Japanese-only Transformers PlayStation 2 video game.
Oh,
Easily
cool.
their most notable appearance during these 3 decades was their guest starring role in IDW Publishing's 2008 comic book miniseries, Maximum Dinobots. In this series,
Never
the
heard of it.
Monsterbots were led by Repugnus, and their violent, unsavory ways had resulted in them being branded as outcasts, who now worked
Oh.
as mercenaries. Even
Damn.
the Dinobots considered them dangerous and excessive.
Oh.
But that didn't stop Grimlock from summoning them to Earth, where they helped battle the forces of Scorponok.
Ah, cool.
During these years, Repugnus was lucky enough to receive a little more attention than his teammates, with 2 new toys of the character being released in 2006.
That's actually kinda cool.
One in the Transformers Universe toy line, a recolor of Beast Wars character Buzzclaw, which transformed into a
Never heard of him.
lizard-mantis hybrid, and another in Transformers Cybertron, a recolor of Cybertron Decepticon Undermine that turned into a Spinosaurus.
Behold the
In
Underminer.
2015, small non-transforming figurines of Repugnus and Doublecross were available in the Tiny Titans line, though Doublecross was renamed Twinferno due to the trademark on his original name being unavailable.
Can I just say, I like Twinfer a lot more than Doublecross, even though it's a pretty normal Transformer name. It's usually 2 words put together or something that is an actual word, like Flatline. But yeah.
But after these unremarkable showings, the Monsterbots
Oh,
finally made
new
their
toys.
big comeback in 2016's Titans Return
I want
toy
that
line,
Doublecross or
in which
Double
brand
Inferno.
new figures of
Or
all 3
Twinferno.
members of the team based on their classic toys were released. These 3 toys shared the same gimmick as all figures in the Titans Return line. Their
Headmasters?
heads disconnected and transformed into Titan Master minifigures. In a callback to the team's role in the Headmasters cartoon, each of the 3 was based on a Beastformer character.
Ah,
Twinferno's
cool.
partner Dabaru was based on White Leo. Grotesque's
Leo.
partner Fangle on Platinum Tiger.
I will say it is nice to do these references, even if probably most people won't get them. It's still nice to do this kind of thing for people. Like, sure, it's unnecessary, but it's still nice for the few fans that still can remember this kind of thing. I obviously wasn't alive during where any of this was going on, but, you know, it's still kind of cool. Also, the Battle Beasts just make me think of, what was it, Thundercats. Or He-Man. Was that the point of them? I don't think they ever had a show, now that I think about it. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong down below. I'm always happy to hear what you guys gotta say. But yeah, let's head back into this.
And Repugnus's partner Dastard on Hedgehog. Additionally, a standalone Titan Master figure of Repugnus himself was released, who transformed into an alternate head based on the character's animation model, with a miniature battle mech based on his creature mode.
Weird, but okay.
The new Monsterbot toys were also released in the Japanese toy line, Transformers Legends. But in this series, the Titan Masters weren't marketed as robots that just looked like Beastformers. They actually were the Beastformers themselves.
That makes sense for
The story behind
Japan
this
to do.
strange new partnership was told in the tie-in Legends manga,
There's
which
always a
continued the
tie-in
Monsterbot
manga.
story from the Headmaster's cartoon, and revealed how, while helping the Beastformers battle their enemies, the evil Laser Beasts, the Monsterbots had their heads cut off by the Laser Beasts' leader, Tigerburn, who then took control of their bodies and used them as weapons. To aid their friends, the Beastformers
That's
used
actually
the
kinda
power
cool.
of elemental gems, created by
Elemental
their ancient
gems.
ancestors, the 3 Wise Ones, to fuse with the Monsterbots' severed heads and become their Headmaster partners.
Cool.
Then reclaimed their bodies from Tigerburn, reunited with them, and defeated the Laser Beasts. Later stories saw the Monsterbots possessed by the spirits of the Three Wise Ones themselves to
Oh.
defend Beast against a renewed attack from Galvatron and the Decepticons.
That's kind of cool.
The Monsterbots' return to prominence
another one.
led to the group's members.
I like that somehow the specific one that I wanted is the one that got a new toy. I don't know what to do. Maybe I should put that on my throne or something. I don't have the money to get this. I mostly focus on food and other essentials. And trying to save up money to leave where I am right now. But on that other note, it's just kind of funny to me. But, yeah. I kind of like these alternate modes. They're weird, but not in the weird, I should put it. You know those Cybertron alternate modes that just look like nothing? Like someone just said, yes, this is an alien spaceship. Or yes, this is totally an alien... I don't know why my voice cracked there. But yes, this is totally an alien jet. Totally not, we're just making this up and give them a nonsense alt mode. I don't like those toys. I like my robots to at least transform into something else if they're gonna transform. Actually transform into the thing.
In other Transformers series as well. In 2017, two separate figures of Twinferno
I want either
released in
one.
the Robots in Disguise toy line, which reimagined his beast mode as a kind of two-headed dragon-themed jet fighter.
I mean,
And
that's
in
silly, but
2020,
it's kind of cool.
A new toy of Repugnus was released in
Really?
the Transformers Cyberverse line. As seen in the Cyberverse cartoon, this series version of Repugnus was a member of a subspecies of Cybertronian who dwelled in a prehistoric valley deep below the surface of Cybertron. Variously referred to as
They look kinda
Monsterbots
cute.
or Pesticons, these
Pesticons.
beings all shared Repugnus's insectoid design,
Yeah.
and were all intelligent and well-spoken in robot mode, but primitive in their beast modes.
I just like that they're going like, yeah, like going around the field. Should I watch Cyberverse? Like, here's the thing. I love the 3D models in Cyberverse. Like, I love their designs. I haven't really watched the show. But I just kind of like it. And, yeah, I just like the design. Should I watch it or not? I'll leave that up to you guys.
As Bumblebee discovered when he visited their subterranean lost world and was almost eaten by the starving Repugnus and his tribe. Bumblebee would later discover that the power-hungry elitist monsterbot Affluus had employed a scientist named Technicus to build a machine that prevented the monsterbots from transforming, trapping some in robot mode and others, like Repugnus, in beast mode. Affluus had then created a segregated society in which those in robot mode lived in a luxurious, energon-rich city of which he was supreme leader, and those in beast mode were cast out into the wilderness. With the help of Grimlock and the repentant Technicus, B destroyed Affluus's machine and restored equality amongst the Monsterbots.
Nice.
A box set of multicolored Pesticon toys inspired by this adventure was also released in the Cyberverse line. The Monsterbots have spent most of their history as weird, underrepresented cult favorites, but now it's just poor old Grotesque who hasn't made the jump to greater recognition as part of any other series. But with his carefree attitude, he'd probably just write that off as another one of life's great jokes.
Yeah.
And those are the Halloween basics on them.
It's always interesting what kind of characters Transformers have that I just never knew about. Like, never a million years will I've thought of the Monsterbots as anything. But I'm glad I learned about them. What do you guys think of the Monsterbots? Do you also like them like I do? Do you think that they're weird? Do you think that they're interesting? Do you think something completely different that I can't think off the top of my head because it's incredibly hot here and my AC isn't going at all while I'm recording this? Any of those, and if you guys want, well, I'll give you a reminder this time once again. Yeah, I'm watching Transformers G1 and the Beast Wars if you guys want, over on the Patreon. Come support me over there if you really want me to keep watching Transformers stuff. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you want to, you know, watch more, maybe watch more of these videos with me. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye, and take care of yourselves.